Hello everyone. I hope you are doing well. My name is Ajay and I am currently working as a data analyst intern at Atlic Technologies. Today I'll be sharing my analysis on a project done for a virtual telecom client. For this project, I was given a data set along with relevant client reports and my role was to answer specific business questions using data analysis. So without further delay, let's get started. Wavecon is a leading telecom provider in India, well known for its customer focus and innovation. With the launch of 5G, the company has taken a major step towards offering faster, more reliable connectivity and shaping the future of digital services. Now that we know a little about Wavecon, let's set the stage with the problem we are trying to solve. Let's start by setting the problem statement for this analysis. We are looking at five core questions around Wavecon's 5G rollout. What has been the overall impact on revenue? Which KPIs are underperforming since launch? When we look at revenue, which plans are performing strongly and which ones are struggling? Whether there's any single plan that has been hit the hardest by 5G and if it should be discontinued or redesigned. And finally, which plans have already been discontinued after the rollout and the reasons behind those exits. These questions form the backbone of the analysis and will guide the insights that follow. With the problem statement clear, let's first take a look at the data that supports the analysis. To begin, here's the data overview. Let's break it down into two parts. First, the coverage, then the time window. Wavecon's 5G rollout spans both Tier 1 metros like Mumbai, Delhi, and Bangalore, as well as Tier 2 cities such as Jaipur and Lucknow. This mix can help us compare adoption between large urban centers and emerging regional markets. Now let's look at the time period we have analyzed. We analyzed key performance indicators over a 8-month window in 2022. This is broken into three phases. The pre-5G period from January to April, the rollout month in May, and post-5G phase from June through September. This setup helps us see the shifts clearly between and after the launch. With this context in place, let's dive into our first analysis. So let's first answer the question, how has the 5G launch impacted Wavecon's revenue? We'll start by looking at the overall trend and then break it down city by city. After the 5G rollout, Wavecon's total revenue fell slightly from 15.98 billion to 15.90 billion, which is about a 0.5% decline or roughly 80 million. While the overall dip is relatively modest, it signals that the 5G launch did not immediately translate into revenue growth. But the story looks different when we split revenue by city. The impact of 5G was not uniform across cities. On the positive side, Lucknow led with a 1.8% increase in revenue, followed by Gurgaon and Patna at around 1.5%. These are primarily Tier 2 cities, showing stronger adoption. In contrast, Tier 1 metros struggled. Delhi reported the sharpest drop at 2.8%, while Chennai and Ahmedabad also declined by over 2%. This contrast highlights how Wavecon's growth opportunities may be stronger in emerging cities, while larger metros may require a more targeted strategy. With revenue covered, let's move on to the second question. Now let's look at how Wavecon's core KPI shifted after the 5G launch. We'll begin with the overall numbers. After the 5G rollout, three KPIs underperformed. Revenue dropped slightly from 15.98 billion to 15.90 billion. Active users fell by 8.3% from 84.4 million to 77.4 million. Meanwhile, unsubscribed users rose by 23.5%, going from 5.6 million to 7 million. This clearly highlights underperformance in both revenue and user retention. Now let's drill down to the city level. At the city level, active user declines were sharpest in Ahmedabad, Delhi, and Raipur. On the other hand, when we look at unsubscribed users, a different picture emerges. Unsubscribed users were also very high in Lucknow, Pune, and Jaipur, And speaking of Pune, it deserves special attention. What's particularly concerning is Pune. While it saw a 18% increase in active users, unsubscribes also surged by 55%. This shows growth without stability, signaling a serious retention risk. Having understood KPI shifts, let's move to our third analysis. Now let's see which plans have been strong performers and which ones have struggled. We'll begin with the strong plans. Let's start with the strong performance. After the 5G rollout, three plans P1, the Smart Recharge Pack offering 2 GB per day for 3 months. P2, the Super Savior Pack with 1.5 GB per day for 56 days. And P3, the Elite Saver Pack with 1 GB per day for 28 days continued to perform well. Among them, P1 stood out with remarkable growth as its revenue rose from 32% from 1.8 billion to 2.4 billion. P2 and P3, while not growing as sharply, remained steady contributors, confirming their importance in Wavecon's portfolio. On the flip side, some plans declined sharply after 5G. After the 5G launch, three plans saw notable declines. P1, the mini data saver pack offering 500 MB per day for 20 days, saw its revenue fall by around 20%, indicating that it is steadily losing traction. P5, the 99 rupee full talk time combo pack performed even worse, with revenue dropping by 35%, one of the steepest among the mid-range plans. Similarly, P6, the extreme mobile data pack providing 15 GB of data for 28 days, declined by 34%, showing a sharp drop in customer preference. The largest decline was recorded for P7 with a 73% fall. Though we'll take a closer look at this plan in the upcoming analysis that brings us to the next question. Now let's talk about which single plan was hit the hardest by 5G. Here's the analysis. Among all plans, P7, the 25 GB combo 3G 4G data pack was the most negatively impacted by the 5G rollout. Its revenue dropped sharply from 582.4 million to just 155.6 million, a massive 73% decline. This decline is largely due to the plan being based on older 3G and 4G bundles, which have become less attractive in the 5G era. Given this performance, our recommendation is to discontinue P7 to prevent further revenue drag. Alternatively, Wavecon can consider redesigning it as a 5G compatible plan to align better with evolving customer needs. With that covered, let's move on to the next analysis. Now let's find out the plans that were discontinued after the 5G launch. After the 5G launch, three plans P8, P9, and P10 were discontinued. These were short duration packs, typically lasting only 1 to 3 days and contributed very little to overall revenue, together adding up to less than 3%. For instance, P8, the daily savior pack with 1 GB per day and 1 day validity contributed 1.4%. P9, the combo top-up pack with 14.95 rupees talk time and 300 MB data accounted for just 0.7%. Meanwhile, P10, the big combo pack offering 5 GB per day for 3 days contributed only 0.4%. Beyond their weak revenue share, they also had limited customer appeal. P8 was a 1 day pack with low adoption, P9 offered a small combo of talk time and data, and P10 provided high daily data but only for 3 days. Their removal was a strategic choice, paving the way for newer 5G focused plans that better match customer needs and deliver stronger revenue. Having seen the discontinued plans, let's wrap up with some recommendations. Here's a few key actions Wavecon can take moving forward. To address the challenges and opportunities after the 5G rollout, I recommend a few key actions. First, we should focus on cities like Pune, where user numbers are growing but unsubscribe rates are high. Gathering customer feedback can help identify pain points and improve retention. Next, we need to expand affordable and flexible plans, options that meet the needs of different customer groups such as students, families, and budget conscious users. Equally important is service quality. Ensuring a consistent and reliable 5G experience, particularly in weaker markets like Bangalore and Chennai, will help build user trust. To strengthen long-term relationships, we should award loyal customers through discounts, exclusive perks, or early access to new features. On the product side, we should reassess the plan portfolio, continuing to promote high performance like P1, P11, and P12 while phasing out or redesigning weak ones like P4, P5, P6, and P7. Discontinued short-term packs should be replaced with better 5G aligned offerings. Finally, we must tackle user churn directly through targeted retention campaigns, customer education or 5G benefits, and improved support. Together, these steps can help Wavecon stabilize performance and unlock stronger growth. And with that, I conclude with my presentation. Thank you all for your time and attention and for watching till the end of this presentation. I truly appreciate your support and I look forward to your valuable feedback.